Alright, howdy there gamers, sorry for the delay in episodes. Quarantine living has been a little rough for myself lately, but it's your favorite host, Anarchy, regardless, and I'm back with another episode of Together We Design. Today I'm going to be going over 4 things not to do as a non-artist looking at art and other artists. So without further ado, let's get right on with the video. Alright, number 1, don't just shit on people's work just because you can. Especially if you don't do art. This one I guess applies to creatives as well. I would say that I'm guilty of this, but it's mostly on like official, like tier 1 organization pieces that I see, because of course you would expect a tier 1 organization, of which many are worth millions and millions of dollars, to be able to shell out to have good branding and good design. Even more so when you're like the actual like leagues that these orgs exist in. But that's none of my business. I'm trying to be a good person, and I've laid off that a lot lately, because you don't really gain anything from it other than just being known as a shitter. No one learns from being shat on, you learn from constructive criticism. And that's another thing to go along with this. Don't provide constructive criticism if literally no one asked you for it. That's one of the most disrespectful things you can do to an artist, to giving criticism where they literally didn't ask for it. Alright, moving on to number 2, don't be super nitpicky with commissions or other free work or favors that you might be getting done. I mean, you're definitely within your right to voice your executive opinion with the commission, of course, because you're paying for it. Especially if it's like an absorbent amount of money, or it's really hard-earned money that you worked really hard for. You of course want it to be worth it. But if I'm doing you a favor for free or for a reduced price or whatever, please don't literally tell me everything I do to it needs to be changed or needs to be different or messed with or whatever, and don't be nitpicky with it, because if you're gonna do that, you might as well just do it yourself, because it's beyond annoying as a designer to have someone tell you how to basically do your job, and I'm doing something for you, as a favor, or I'm doing something for you for free. Don't be like that. You're basically just taking advantage of me at that point. I know I said I'd do something for you, but like if you try to take advantage of that and you try to be like extremely extra with it when I'm just literally trying to vibe, that's not really cool either. Like the Vine says, OMG, just take the freaking compliment, or in this case, take the free graphics. Not everyone is just gonna give you things or hand you things that you want. So don't take advantage of friends or mutuals or other people that do graphic design or art for you. That's not really the play. And that just makes you look like not a great person either down the road. Number 3, don't constantly compare artists to other artists. That's really not the play. Every artist is different and unique, and even if the styles are similar, every artist has something that's special about them and is deserving to have their own identity and their own recognition. So to tell someone, why can't you be like X designer, or it would look cool if X did this, or something like that, it feels really shitty, because it makes you feel like as an artist that you're not good enough, that people just want you to be like other people or want you to make art like other people. That's really not a cool feeling to have, so don't put that on somebody. Also, when you're asking for a commission or graphics, don't just tell people to do what another graphic is, but change 1 or 2 things or change a specific element. If you want it to look like what that original designer did, commission them or ask them to do it. It's really that simple. Alright, last one here, number 4, is going to be something that a lot of people need to know. Not every artist does everything. Not every graphic designer could do logo designs or motion designs. Not every artist who can draw traditionally can paint or other things like that. Please don't expect artists to be like this catch-all. We can't do everything. There are some designers that can do multiple mediums. For example, graphic designers who know how to do motion design or logos or other stuff, or 3D. Those are mutually exclusive to each other. So there are motion designers who can't do like regular graphic design. There are people like that, as surprising as it may sound. There are logo people who are not the greatest at graphic design, and of course there's the opposite. There are graphic designers that can't do motion, can't do logos. I'm one of those people. I just haven't taken the time to learn motion or to learn logo design. So don't expect the designers to be able to do it all. It all depends on the person, really, what you decide you want to learn. So don't generalize all artists like that. It's really kind of not cool. If you need a logo, get a logo designer. Don't just hire someone expecting them to know how to do it, and then you end up with something that's not the best possible result that it could be. I've had multiple people who, when I'm open for commissions, are like, I need a logo done, or this and that, multiple times. I'm just like, I don't do logos. I pass them off. I don't even attempt to, because I don't want to hand someone a product that I know is not my best or the best that they can get for their buck. So I just hand them off to someone else that can. So if someone says they're a logo designer, you need a logo, get a logo designer. If someone's a motion designer, you need motions, go to them. Don't just expect someone that you think is, don't just go to someone that you think is cool and be like, can you do this and that, and you're like, I only do that. So it's not cool. So that's one thing. This is especially prevalent with big orgs. I think a lot of the times they have people who do one thing specifically, and then they shove them under an umbrella where they do literally everything. This is like having a social media designer do graphic design. That's an extreme example, but it's definitely happened in real orgs, big orgs. There you have a socials person doing graphics. You have graphics people doing socials. I did that at one point. I'll tell you, I'm not a very good social media manager, but don't just expect people to do all the jobs, especially both on a bigger level and on a smaller level. And that's gonna be it for this episode of Together We Design. I hope this helps some of our less artistically gifted friends out there on knowing what to do and what not to do given certain situations, or even our artistic friends who might do some of this stuff themselves. Anyway, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notifications for future episodes of Together We Design and other fun and exciting try-on content. This has been Anarchy. Thank you and goodbye.